What's happening, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. Today we're going to talk about what separates those who get lean and those who remain stuck. It's one thing they apply to their diet, training, and lifestyle. Let's see if you can guess it. Now, in her book, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, Angela Duckworth says that talent times effort equals skill. And there's no doubt about it that getting lean is a learned skill. Sure, some of us were born with some natural abilities or talents that make it a little bit easier for us to get lean. We may have been born with a little bit better willpower. We may have been born with a little bit more athletic ability that makes it easier for us to train. But if you're relying solely on your talent, it's only going to take you so far. And so many people waste their talents because they're not putting in the effort to improve upon those talents and really develop those skills. So for those who may not have been born with some natural abilities and talents, if you are continuously putting in the effort, you can surpass and achieve more than the people who are solely relying on their talents. Now, the second part of the equation is that Angela Duckworth says is that skill times effort equals achievement. So once you develop some of these skills to get lean after 40, it doesn't stop there. You got to continuously put in the effort, applying those skills, honing those skills, and that's what's going to lead to your achievement. And as Angela says, effort counts twice. So you may have guessed by now that the one thing that separates those who get lean from those who remain stuck is effort. But that's not saying that you haven't applied effort to your attempts at getting lean. It's just that your efforts have been kind of fleeting along with your motivation. So in the beginning, when you embark on a transformation journey, you are fired up to achieve your goal. Your effort levels are high, but as you start experiencing temptations and setback, your motivation kind of falls off a bit, as does your effort. So the book, Grit, it's passion, the power of passion and perseverance. So what allows those who are able to persevere and give effort on a consistent basis, what is the driving force? And for them, it's passion. It's so much more than just achieving a 12-week or 16-week body transformation, finally getting abs. It's a greater purpose. They're driven by something much bigger than that initial transformation. It's basically them wanting to live their best lives, live their lives to the fullest, being able to give the best of themselves to all that they do. And that's a big thing. It becomes bigger than them, much like it is for me. I achieved my physique goals getting lean in part for me, but in big part for being a role model to my kids, to you guys, my fellow bro. Like, I want to see you. I want to be an inspiration to you and provide you with the tools that you can utilize to get lean yourself so you can make a positive impact on other people's lives, being able to give the best of yourselves to those around you. So really making it bigger than just this initial transformation goal is the key, developing that passion that allows you to give effort on a consistent basis. Now let's dive into diet and training and lifestyle. I'm about to dive into my pre-workout meal. I figured this is a perfect time to talk about giving your best effort to your diet. There's just no doubt about it that being in a calorie deficit freaking sucks. There's nothing easy about it. It requires some upfront effort. I had a great conversation with a few of my coaching clients during a live group chat recently. I'm going to link to it down below in the description. Just a freaking awesome discussion where we talked about how much effort it does require initially, but how over time it becomes effortless, mindless. In regards to calorie tracking, like a lot of people look at it, it's tedious, it's upfront work, but you don't realize that over time it becomes second nature to you, and you no longer need to track your calories because you become aware of the portion sizes that suit you best, that allow you to either lose a certain amount of weight each week or maintain your weight or gain a little bit of weight to build some muscle. Other things that have really helped with us is having structure in our nutrition. Like for me personally, this is my pre-workout meal. I have this each and every day. It is effortless for me. It's a meal that I absolutely love. 4 free-range eggs in here, some mixed veggies. Now the mixed veggies, these aren't my favorite veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. I absolutely freaking love baked Brussels sprouts and asparagus, even some fried peppers. Those are some of my favorites, but I know that broccoli and cauliflower are great for my male hormone health, kind of keeping the estrogen levels down. So it's something I incorporate, and then when I balance into a meal that I enjoy, again, it's almost like, they're in there. I'm having it not because I freaking love it, but I know it's good for me. It requires some upfront effort to consume those, but now it's just second nature. I just don't think about it. Then in the bowl, I've got 2/3 cup of oats, 140 grams of some frozen mixed berries, and then I got some Maca extract here. So I do 2 to 3 drops under my tongue here. This is the tri-colored Maca extract. Again, great for optimizing my male hormone health. So this is always my second meal of the day, my pre-workout meal. My first meal of the day is my shake, where I have 1 cup of homemade kefir, 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla, usually cashew milk, an ounce of spinach, a banana, a scoop of protein powder, and a tablespoon of premium raw black Maca powder from the Maca team. Maca extract from the Maca team as well, linked down below in the description. Just freaking top-notch company, again, to optimize our male hormone health. My third meal is always 260 grams of plain Greek yogurt, 140 grams of frozen mixed berries, and I'll usually have some Maca extract along with that as well. So those 3 staple meals in my day I have each and every day. When I'm at maintenance level calories, these meals that I just discussed put me right around 12 to 1300 calories. So I know how many calories I have remaining in the day in order to hit my target, so I can kind of makes it easy to gauge those meals and just know that I'm on track. But it's second nature. It's effortless for me. I don't have to track those foods. I already know. I put the work up front. It's effortless for me. I no longer have to think about it. It's mindless. And then I have my go-to meals. Tonight I'm going to be having 45 grams dry, measured dry, of basmati rice cooked in my rice cooker along with some spicy Thai broth. And I'm going to have 1 chicken breast, 9 ounces of chicken breast that are fried up in some fajita seasoning, and some mixed veggies along with that. So a nice little fajita bowl. It's one of my go-to meals that I have each and every week. I know the calories in that. It's second nature for me. There's no doubt about it. What requires the most effort when it comes to your diet is becoming aware of the conversations in your mind. I had a great discussion with one of my one-on-one coaching clients, David. Just recently, I recorded that conversation, so I'm going to be sharing that in an upcoming video very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. One of the things that David mentions, like, we all got excuses, and the scary thing is that they're oftentimes valid excuses. Anyone could have an excuse to not stick with his diet. It's him, with the long hours that he works, the overtime he puts in, the temptations that he is just surrounded by, and having a kid who requires some extra attention. But he's really become aware of the conversations in his mind whenever he was ready to give into those temptations. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to look for that video coming ahead. But he has learned to adapt. He's put in the upfront effort to handle those situations the best he can. There's a great book out there by Shad Helmstetter. It's called What to Say to Yourself. What to say when you're talking to yourself. And I mean, we're always talking to ourselves. We always have these conversations in our mind. I know when I lost 50 pounds of fat, I went through a 10-year struggle where I'd be really good for a few days, and then I'd see cookies in the cupboard. I'm like, I have 1, tell myself I'm going to be good, have 2, have 3, and then I tell myself, you know what, you've been good for 3 days, you deserve this. Next thing you know, 3 turns into the entire box. I'm telling myself, all right, I'm going to start again tomorrow. Repeating that same mental pattern, the same conversation with myself over and over and over again. It's wiring that's already in our brain. We're already talking to ourselves. You just need to change that conversation. You have to have a counter argument in place for whenever those thoughts pop in your head. So I know it's challenging. That's the toughest part. What you need to give more effort into is having that awareness of those conversations and how to overcome them. And one of the things that really separates those who get lean and those who stay stuck is that we do all experience those moments where we do kind of blow our diet. We do give into those temptations, no matter how hard we try to avoid them. The people who struggle, who stay stuck, are the ones who feel guilty about those situations. They beat themselves up, and then it just goes into a downward spiral. Those who get lean have learned to think to themselves, like they catch themselves in that moment, they're like, interesting. This needs work. What can I do to improve upon this situation? They don't beat themselves up. They look at it as an opportunity to learn and grow and become better. It's something that needs work, and it's something that we're always going to be working on for the rest of our lives. I am continuously trying to improve upon my diet. Again, it's not about just having this fire, this intense fire to improve my diet to reach one specific goal. This is me learning to thrive, provide my body with nutrient-rich fuel that allows me to perform my best, feel my best, give the best of myself to all that I'm doing when it comes to mental clarity, to energy, focus, performance, love, my relationships, my work, my gym performance, all of that comes from consuming whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods that allow me to thrive. So having that heightened sense of awareness with how these foods impact me on that level. I just absolutely crushed that shoulder and arm workout. Perfect opportunity to talk about, are you giving your best effort in the gym? How many times have you stopped a set because you simply felt the burn? It was getting a little uncomfortable and you know you could have pushed it a little bit further. If you have, you're not alone. I've been there myself. And there has been some research done where people are asked to give their set their best effort, push to their point where they thought was failure. And then they had a trainer come in and motivate them, inspire them to eke out even more. And it was surprising how many more reps they were able to achieve there. So I think there is something within us that we can give even more. And I'm not talking about crushing every single set, pushing every single set to failure. That certainly isn't a smart approach. It's going to make it really difficult to recover from, can really beat you down. I really like to take a last set, best set approach where first set, I'll leave about 2 to 3 reps in the tank, sometimes more. Second set, I'll leave 1 to 2 reps in the tank, sometimes a little bit more. It's a last set where I give all out freaking effort, absolutely leaving nothing left in the tank whatsoever. A lot of times I will finish with a partial rep, and that's a sure sign for me. Like when I can't complete a full rep with good quality form, I'm not going to grind out that rep. I want to protect my joints, protect my tendons. I don't want to risk injury. So I'm just going to try to push it out. See, can I do another rep? I start to move. And then when it gets stuck, boom, that set is done. And I may slow it down with a nice slow eccentric at the end. There's a lot of fun techniques that you can do to safely train beyond the point of momentary muscular failure. I have a few videos on that. In this month's Jacked at 40 Club workout plan, we are doing extended rest pause sets, disgusting sets. So again, first 2 sets, we're not training failure. That last set, you push it to absolute freaking failure. You rest for 10 seconds, then you do as many more reps as you can. Rest for 10 seconds, as many more reps as you can. Rest for 10 seconds, as many more reps as you can. Keep going until you finish with a single rep, and you can even take it, make it as disgusting as possible and finish with partial reps at the end. Now, there's some exercises, such as the pull down, kneeling pull down where you see me here, where I feel like 10 seconds is a little bit too much rest. I could end up doing like 10 extra sets if I kept it to 10 seconds rest. But if I shorten it to about 5 seconds rest, then I'm really looking at about a good 6 to 8 sets, extended sets beyond that initial set that I performed there. So it's just a great way to really exhaust every single muscle fiber, like tapping into muscle fibers that are basically, I don't want to say dormant, but they're not getting used. When you're just stopping at the point of momentary muscular failure, you're using those muscle fibers there, but there's still more muscle fibers that you can dig deep. So you stop that set, those muscle fibers are done. You've got to recruit more muscle fibers if you want to extend that set further. Of course, there's fun techniques like drop sets where you complete that 3rd set, reduce the weight, no rest. Immediately get at it, do as many more reps as you can, reduce the weight, do as many more reps as you can, reduce the weight, do as many more reps as you can. And again, like I said, like slow negatives. I'll include a link down below to one of my favorite, probably my top 5 set extending techniques. So are you giving your best effort in the gym? How can you step it up intelligently again? Not every single set you're pushing to failure. Even those sets that I am not pushing to failure, I'm still giving my best effort. I am still using those sets to grease the groove, to really master that movement pattern, to enhance my mind-muscle connection, really prime my muscles for that last set, best set. So that's my best effort to get the most out of that last set. And I find like taking this last set, best set approach has really enabled me to progress in ways that I couldn't experience before. And how about your lifestyle? Can you put more effort into establishing a consistent sleep-wake pattern? How about a consistent wind-down routine at the end of the day that helps you relax into a deep sleep? How about putting more effort into just being more active overall in general, like outside of the structured workouts and any cardio that you may have planned in there, like just living your life to the fullest, just being on your feet more, just moving your body in a way that brings great joy to your life. Can you put more effort into just getting your body moving and less time sitting on your butt? I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow fellow brohood benefit from watching today's video, do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback on today's topic, and let me know if there's topics that you would like me to address in future videos. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.